Howdy y'all, welcome to Haze and Barrel Craftworks. I'm the Alchemist. And hard to believe we are already looking at the end of April. And we are still looking at my Jack Daniel's month. And we've gone through a handful of different bottles and compared a few things. And what I want to do this week is see if I can pick a favorite. And I've thrown 4 of my favorites up here on the barrel today, and my beautiful bride, she's blinded them for me and then sealed the results right here in this envelope so I can see what I've picked. And yeah, I usually don't like guessing what they are, and sometimes I can't help but make a fool of myself, so we'll see if I decide to make a fool of myself today. All I really know is what I like and what I don't like. I know I like me some Jack Daniels. I've showed you that this month if you've tuned in at all. So let's dive in and see what we find. This month I did do a Jack Daniel's single barrel select rye, but this is a different one. The one that I had this month was 120 some proof, and this one is 137.6 proof. But you will recognize if you tuned in the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. This one is a 90 proof bottle, quite good. That Sinatra Select, like I believe I told you earlier this month. If I didn't, the difference between this one and the other Jack Daniel's bottles is they actually spiral the inside of that barrel, and they leave the shavings or the cuttings of that wood inside the barrel when they pour the juice in, the distillate in, and the concept there is it draws out more juice. And then I've got the Heritage 2025 Heritage bottle, and if you didn't tune in, these two are thanks to a very good friend of mine, Scott, who watches my channel and who I chat with regularly. A friend of mine from my Bourbon Auto group that I'm in. A lot of good folk there, and thanks again. A shout out to my friend Scott. Would not have these two without him. So very, very thankful for that. And then the last one we have is the Oloroso single malt, which is another 90 proof bottle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 90 proof bottle. And boy, just, yeah, one of my top favorites. I used to only be able to pick that up in duty free, but now it's released in the US again, so it's easy to pick up in the US. So let's start here on my right. I believe it's your left as you're looking at it. I believe this is A. Yep, A right here. And let's start out and see what we have. Yeah, that's delightful. Got a nice Kentucky hug that I don't recall getting from any of the other bottles. Oh, that's nice. Delicious. Gotta cleanse my palate. And move on to B. I'll try not to linger too long on any one of these so this video doesn't get too long. If it does, I'll try to cut her down a little bit. Gonna go in for a few sips before I make any judgments. Oh man, that's nice. And to me this one is nice and there's a little bit of a, it's kind of that graham type of sweetness and just a touch of banana bread. While on the finish there, just as I was cleansing my palate, nice bit of barrel at the end. See, now that one is a little more drying on the front of the palate, like I would expect the high proof rye to be. But it didn't have that rye candy right up front on the palate. But now I'm getting a little bit more of that rye candy, which makes me curious about what A is. It could be the Oloroso with that sweetness. Okay, this is very nice caramel and vanilla. That one's really good. I'm setting that one out right now. Really good caramel vanilla. Spread across the palate. Nice tiny bit of barrel on the finish. I know I didn't keep it on there for long. We see how long that finish lasted, but very nice. I licked my lips. Caramel is there. Now I got to figure out A and C a little bit here. Why did A smell rye candy-ish to me? But C had that high proof rye dryness up front. And C much more like the rye. Okay, very nice and sweet. That one is not a rye. I don't think, anyway. Going back to it, I really think this one might be the rye. Oh, that's good. Boy. Yeah, this one has that nice graham. Almost like a pastry graham. Okay, this is hard to place for me. These two are so close. Okay. This is my favorite. This is number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Which is sad because if that's that high proof rye, that's been one of my favorites for a long time. And should I make a fool of myself and try to guess all of these? Alright, I'm going to make a fool of myself. And I don't know why I do this every time, but 99.9% of the time, I am wrong. So let's see if I can, how terribly I'm off. I think this is Sinatra. I think this is Oloroso. I think this is Heritage. And I think this is Rye. So let's unseal the envelope here. And see what I picked. for number one. So first of all, what is D? D is Sinatra. And what is A? A is Heritage. All right, I was wrong. And B is the Oloroso, and C is the Rye. So I got them all right. I got these two mixed around. Look at that. So I was right on the Sinatra, and Sinatra is my number one pick. So tune in for Thursday's video, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Sinatra up to what I think has been my favorite Jack Daniel's so far, and you'll have to tune in Thursday to see what that is. And I've drank it all, but I'll still cheers you out with it. As you all know, I love to have you all coming back around, so please take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Cheers.